Something that adds value. Yeah. Okay. So, also in the hostess coaching, I also tell her to only invite the maximum 70, but like between 30 and 70. That way it's not too many people that you can't just sit there and drop them all a message. Like if they invited everybody on the Facebook, then obviously it'd be unrealistic to try and message everyone. So keep the numbers at a reasonable amount. Also in the hostess coaching, I tell them that it's up to them how they invite them. That they can add them all to a group and then send an individual message just saying, look, I've added you to this group. It's just a tips and tricks, just a beauty class. Thought you'd really like it because I know you're into makeup. They know their friends better than you, so let them take the lead with that to a certain extent. And so far, yes, there's been a couple of people removing themselves from the group, but to be honest, as long as they've let them know what it is and not just added them, then it doesn't really matter whether that's through a group message or a comment in the group or whatever. It's just a quick letting them know what it is and why they've added them, and that seems to be working quite well for me. Okay, so finally, how to get online parties. I know this is the thing that loads of people are asking me, how I'm managing to get 5 a week, and the answer to that is I've like really worked hard at the beginning to get these, so I couldn't get anyone at first. I did an advertisement, so you know that my branding is Beauty Based Bootcamp. It's like an army thing, so I did kind of a fun video that was a bit different and stood out, and I boosted that, and I definitely got, and I included in that talking about how I got from acne to clean skin. So I talked about my niche in it, and I got loads of people asking me for skincare tips from that. And I follow up with these videos and stuff by making sure I post that skincare, that acne, pre-acne, after acne picture into my business page and stuff, so that people, when they click onto the business page after seeing the boosted video, they see that. So I got loads of people messaging me asking me for skincare tips, and then I said, why don't you host a party for me, or a boot camp? I never call it a party to them, I just keep saying it to you guys because I keep slipping up. So I asked them to do it. Not everybody did, but some did, and that's enough. Again, numbers game, not everybody will, and that's okay. I did customer follow-ups, so I've been working really hard on my customer follow-ups for a couple of months now and getting my system locked down, and then I followed up with all my customers, and I offered every single one of them that just did the party. Didn't advertise this on my Facebook because I know it's not allowed, but personally I said, if you host one for me while I start this new brand, this new formula I'm trying out, then I'll give you a half price item just for hosting, and then you might get more as well. So if you've got lots of half price items built up, which I know a lot of you have, then this is the perfect way to use them. So the half price incentive, so did the video advertisement, and I then continue to boost that video once every 2 weeks and post it in my VIP group every week and on my profile somewhere every week. So I'm just making sure that branding's still getting out there and remembered by people, and also that I've done like a poster, so that gets posted once a week as well. Also, what I've found is my attraction marketing for the bootcamp has been really good. It's been one of my best ways to get new people. So what I've done is I've tagged the people who are hosting every week, like towards the end of the week, like it's coming up to another end of the week with my boot camps. Absolutely loved them, like said a little bit of a nice thing about each person who's hosting, like loved getting to know the girls in Cardiff or whatever it might be, and I've found that people have messaged me about hosting just off the back of those. So it's really important to really buzz up your online parties that you're doing on your main Facebook wall, so other people see that they're good, and then also when they've got that half price item that you've offered them, like say, oh, George has just picked this as her hostess reward. She's just picked this as her hostess reward. Can't wait to see what you think about it, and things like that. And that's the way that people are coming to me to ask me to host them. So really up the ante with your attraction marketing on your boot camps or your classes or whatever you're going to call them. And that's that. Let me just see very quickly if That's the way I'm getting them. So to start out with your customers, especially your repeat customers. They're the first people that you're going to go to and offer your online parties to. And then move on to doing, you know, obviously once you've got your first 5 sorted, then you can. Oh, one other thing that I've not said, I did cover it, but this is another way of getting them. If the hostess has been really good, like I said, I do that last post saying if 3 of you host, then I'll give you the hostess a free product of up to £30 in value. It depends what you can afford, and that's really worked well. So every party that I've done that in, because the hostess was good anyway, she's then gone and asked her friends, like, oh, will you do this so I can get this gift? So I've booked like 9 parties just from doing that post. So it just depends how much you want to invest in it, how much you want to invest in keep making them work. Obviously, if you've got Ycash, then use your Ycash to get that incentive for your hostess. Yeah, so that's that. So just to sum up, just see the bigger picture with these online parties. Like, there have definitely been ones where there's no interaction, nobody's taking me on, nobody's taking me inboxes on, and they are really disheartening when that happens. But from these parties, so far, I've been doing them for 3 weeks, I've got 3 people, one that's definitely signing up on Friday, one already signed up, and one that's gonna sign up in the next couple of weeks, she says. They're all from a party that didn't sell one thing. So I've got 3 sponsors all from a party that sold nothing. I've had 3 qualifying parties now, and I have had other parties with sales in. So that completely covered my PRS that I needed for September, which has allowed me to concentrate on other things. It's taken off a massive weight off my shoulders, knowing that I'm doing that party every day, and that's it. All I've got to do is post, and then I can get on with other things in my business, and it's like a massive weight's been lifted, and you feel much more relieved once you've got that mock party nailed down. It's just a really good way of moving your business forward and doing something that's consistent. Yeah, and again, just I've said this before, but remember that it takes people a lot of exposure. So if you are adding those people at the end of that boot camp and you are conscious, and a good tip that Hayley told me as well was that when you've added those people, as you add them, have a name book and write each of their names down in that book, and then tally next to them when you've had some interaction with them. So the first time you comment on something that they've wrote, do 1 tally until you've done 5, and then you actively building that relationship with them afterwards. It's built up the algorithms. They're going to see your posts in future, and they are going to then maybe buy from you or join your team in future. So you've got to see the bigger picture. See it as sowing seeds. Don't be disheartened when people don't buy for you. Take the onus off PRS. I really hope that was useful. I know it was really long, and I had to keep looking at my notes, but I really didn't want to miss anything. Yeah, so go out there and start doing them, because they really, really do work. Thank you.